the people of Sumter, relied heavily on the item as pretty much their principal news source. This paper people were waiting to get it, and it's amazing. As you look through the archives of the item, you could see newspapers that might feature 3, 4, or 5 individuals who were killed at any given time, with the stories about what happened. Most of them were listed as missing in action, and then later they were confirmed as KIAs. Sumter lost 132 of them during World War II. The item would publish stories beginning in December of '41. I mean, there were tremendous numbers of articles about what was going on, how was the United States reacting, what was some of the follow-ups, what were some of the ramifications of the attack on Pearl Harbor. Men who were young and eligible and physically capable were lining up and enlisting. I mean, there was a tremendous outpouring of, first of all, shock, then outrage, and then patriotism seemed to explode when this action occurred. A lot of people, went to the churches. The item reported that they went to the churches, and there they were receiving information. I guess in many facets of our lives, first of all, immediately you were worried about your loved ones. Were they killed? Were they harmed? Are they missing? The other aspect would be, what about the nation? Are we facing imminent invasion? And of course, rumors ran wild, and the people were waiting to hear from the individuals they trusted. The mayor, Mayor Creech during that time, F.P. Creech, he was an inspiration to a lot of people. He was a calming force, and deserves a lot of credit for getting people focused on what they should do and what they shouldn't do. The other aspect that concerned him was, what about infiltrators? Shaw went on just total alert, and people people couldn't get on the base, couldn't get off the base. They had to have their papers updated and totally corrected and so forth. And there, in around the community, there were tremendous numbers of places that people felt should be guarded. One I always had a lot of interest in was the John Bizard Britton Memorial Bridge on South Main Street, where they posted these 2 young boys from New York underneath the bridge to watch for any subversive activity. The civilian element readily agreed to a rationing system where, I mean, you couldn't even get a pair of shoes, but people were more than willing to give whatever they had so that their youngsters who were at the front could protect this nation.